clearly. 2. Raise your hand to speak. 3. Mute and video on. 4. Do not draw on the screen unless asked. 5. Listen carefully. 6. Speak English. 7. Try your best.
Lovely. Thanks for reading, Susie. So these are the classroom rules. If you break any of these rules, please know that Miss Lan will be taking a note of it and then will deduct points on Class Dojo. However, if you raise your hand, if you participate well in class, if you give really great answers, please also know Miss Lan will make a note of that and you will be awarded for your good behavior and participation. So just bear in mind that Miss Lan is taking notes of everyone who's raising their hand and trying their best, and she is awarding you with points. All right, guys. So for homework, you firstly had boxes for the characters I had given you. Then you chose one character of your own and you filled that out for yourself. Now let's have a look at Imelda Rivera first. Have a look at what I wrote down for Imelda, and then let's discuss if you guys got any other answers. So I got stubborn, black hair, unforgiving, purple dress, family oriented, brown eyes, helpful, and singer. Now let me just explain why I wrote these words. I chose the word stubborn firstly because Imelda is stubborn with music. She used to love music, but then hated it after Hector left. And she never let go of that. She held that hatred in her heart. So that shows me that she is a stubborn character. I wrote that she is unforgiving because when Hector reveals that he was killed, she says, I will not forgive you. Even though she realizes that Hector didn't run away for good, she still doesn't forgive him because at the end of the day, he still left her family. He still left Coco and her to go and tour the world and play music. And for this, she cannot forgive him. I wrote family oriented because she is very, very protective and set on her family. She created a shoe shop and started making shoes to support her family, and she will do anything to protect her family. I also wrote that she is helpful because even though she said she would not forgive Hector, she says, I will not forgive you, but I will help you. And she helps Hector and Miguel reveal the monster that Ernesto de la Cruz is. Her outside traits are pretty self-explanatory. She has black hair, she wears a purple dress, she's got brown eyes, and she is a singer. Okay, let's have a look here. Oh, sorry, no, let me hear what you guys have to say. What words did you write down for Imelda? I've lowered all your hands now. Click the raise your hand button and tell me what other words did you write down for Imelda? So you can tell me an inside trait or an outside trait, and you can explain why you wrote that word. Good girl, Teddy. Teddy's the only person with their hand up right now. So I want to see lots of people with their hands raised. Teddy, go ahead.
But I have both outside and inside trait.
Sorry?
But do we need to tell both outside and inside trait or just one?
Just pick one word that you like, and tell me why you chose that word for Imelda.
I chose the word serious because she is serious about when Hector leaves her and Coco, and from that she hates music.
Very good, well done. She's serious about banning music from her life. Absolutely good. Describe Imelda. Kiwi, can you give me another word that you used to describe Imelda?
Choose outside, and Imelda has an apron.
An apron, good girl, well done, Kiwi. She's wearing a brown leather apron that she uses when she's making shoes. Good girl, Kiwi. Let's have two more. Lekang.
In the inside I write it. She is grumpy.
Oh, good
Because
girl.
I look, she always is grumpy.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Mama Imelda doesn't really smile a whole lot during the movie. In the first part and the middle of the movie, she's very serious and quite grumpy. It's only in the end where we start to see her smiling and having a better time. Good girl, Lei Kang, that's great. And Quang Hai, last one. What word did you write down for Imelda?
Outside Imelda have something is gold, but I cannot say something.
Okay, so I'll help you. So please write this down. She has earrings. Earrings. Good job, Quang Hai. So really, really observant. She wears earrings. Good job, Quang Hai. Awesome work. Really, really good. She wears gold earrings. That's the kind of jewelry. Good job, Quang Hai. Awesome work, everybody. Let's move on to Hector Rivera. Now let's have a look at mine and then give me any examples of words that I don't have. So I chose creative, lonely, friendly, messy and scruffy, trusting, gold-toothed, charming, and straw hat. So I chose creative because Hector writes really great songs. He's a great songwriter. And that's why Ernesto de la Cruz kills him to steal his amazing songs. I wrote that he is friendly because he's kind to Miguel and he makes friends with others. So in the movie, we learn he has an older friend who is being forgotten. And in that moment, that friend of his asks him to play a song and he grants him that last wish before his friend passes away to the final death. So he's a friendly character. He is a kind and friendly character. I wrote that he is trusting because he trusts Ernesto de la Cruz. When he was alive, he followed Ernesto de la Cruz and they traveled together and sang together. And he didn't even realize that Ernesto de la Cruz killed him. He finds that out in the middle of the story. And I remember in the film, Miguel is saying, he poisoned you. And at the beginning, Hector doesn't really believe it, but then he starts to remember and put the pieces together. I also said he was charming because he has a very good way of talking to people and getting what he wants. He's really good at charming people and smoothing them over. On the outside, again, quite self-explanatory. He's lonely, he doesn't have that many friends, he's messy and scruffy. As you can see, his bones are tied together with tape. He's got rips, he's missing a sleeve, he's got holes. He's got a gold tooth over here and he wears a straw hat. What else did you guys get? What other words did you get to describe Hector? Let me see those hands raised. I want to see lots and lots of students. So well done, Quang Hai, Lei Kang, and Teddy. You've already answered. So I'd like to have some other students who I haven't heard from today. So everyone's hand should be up because everyone has done their homework. So let's have a look. Okay, Kui Kang, go ahead. Give me one other word you wrote for Hector.
He wear purple.
Purple jacket?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Well done. Absolutely. He is wearing a purple jacket. Well done, Kui Kang. Zaling is saying helpful, forgiving, calm, brave, raggy shirt and jeans, messy black hair, yellow hat. Really good, Zaling. Good girl. Who else? I've still got 4 students that I've already heard from. You guys are great, but I need to hear from Mia and Noob and Steve and Susie. Ming Huang, what did you write down for Hector? Give me one word that you chose for him.
Helpful.
Sorry, can you say it again?
He's helpful.
Okay, and why did you write helpful?
Because he helped me out.
Good job. He helps Miguel throughout the story. He helps him try to find Ernesto de la Cruz and helps him try to save his family. Good job, guys. Okay, moving on to Mama Coco. So here we have Mama Coco. Have a look at what I wrote down for Mama Coco. Forgetful, old, calm, white braided hair, kind, wrinkled, sad, and small. I chose forgetful because Mama Coco suffers with a disease. I think she has dementia, which causes her to forget her mom, her grandson. She doesn't remember anyone. She's very forgetful. I chose the word calm because she's very relaxed. She's very quiet. She doesn't yell at anyone. She's quite a calm character. I chose kind because she's quite a sweet old lady. She's smiles at her family members and she's just very sweet in the way that she is. She has a very kind demeanor. I also chose the word sad because throughout the whole story, everyone's always telling Coco, your father is a terrible man. He ran away. He's a musician. He doesn't care about you. He left his family. What a bad man. But we can see that Mama Coco loves her father. Often in the movie, we see her saying things like Papa, as if she is kind of remembering him and doesn't really know where he is. Again, the outside character traits are explanatory. She's old, she has white braided hair, she has lots of wrinkles, so she's wrinkled, and she's quite a small character. What else did you guys write down? So Kui Kang is typing in the chat box. He wrote supportive. Yeah, very good. She is a supportive family member. Absolutely. Ooh, Zaling wrote weak, old, quiet, and she has long hair. Absolutely, Zaling. Good girl. Mia, what did you write down from Mama Coco? Give me
She has
one.
a pink jacket.
Good girl. Well done. She's got a pink jacket and pink slippers. Steve, what did you write down for Mama Coco?
She has a brown skin.
Yeah, she has brown skin. Absolutely. That could be an outside trait. Good job, Steve. Oh, well done, Kui Kang. Kui Kang wrote warm heart, Kiwi, kind, happy, friendly, Zaling, forgetful, calm, and kind. Susie, square jawline. Wow, Susie. That's very, very good. That's very interesting. As you can see here, her jawline is quite square. Teddy wrote loving. Absolutely. Great, guys. Great job, guys, answering in the chat box. Okay, last one. Ernesto de la Cruz. Boo. We don't like him. Well, I don't like him. Okay, have a look at what I wrote for Ernesto de la Cruz. Jealous, tall, evil, popular, confident, black hair, selfish, and a singer. Now let me explain why I chose these words. So Ernesto de la Cruz is jealous. He is jealous of Hector because Hector is talented and can write songs. That's why Ernesto de la Cruz kills him. He kills him so he can steal his songs and he can be what everyone believes to be the best singer and songwriter. Ernesto de la Cruz is evil because he killed his best friend and he tried to kill Miguel. So not only did he kill his best friend, he tried to kill a young boy. So he's a very, very evil person. I chose the word confident because he is a performer. So when he gets on stage, he doesn't seem nervous or shaking. He gets up, he takes the microphone, he dances and he sings. He's a very confident person. I also chose the word selfish because he does not care about anyone else but himself. He was willing to kill his best friend, to kill a child, and he's willing to do anything to get what he wants. On the outside, he is quite a tall character. He's very popular in the beginning and the middle. Everybody loves him and he's famous and well known. He's got black hair and he is a singer. Okay, what about you guys? I'm going to lower all your hands. I want to see 10 hands raised. I want the number on my screen to say 10. Everyone should be clicking the raise their hand button, thinking about their answer and telling me why they wrote that. Okay, I've got 5 hands so far, which is halfway what I want it to be. Noob, what did you write down for Ernesto de la Cruz?
Bad.
Okay, and why is he bad?
Because he
Good job. Well done, because he killed his best friend. Kui Kang has written the word killer in the chat box. Absolutely, he is a murderer or a killer. Zaling, black hair, white t-shirt, long jeans. Teddy wrote selfish. I've already got that. Good girl. Kiwi, you chose the word careless. Kiwi, why is he careless?
I think because he doesn't care for others. He just
Good girl.
himself.
Good girl, well done. So the same answer as mine for having selfish. He's careless or selfish. He doesn't care about others. Okay, Quang Hai, absolutely. Can you tell me what you wrote down?
I wrote down inside him. He is not a good friend of Hector. He did not care if he stole and he did not sorry and when he throw Hector to the underground.
Good job, Quang Hai. Good job. Yes, he's not a good friend. Absolutely. Teddy, you are typing what I think is a very good word. Teddy, what is the word you're trying to type in the chat box?
Greedy and ambitious.
Ambitious. Good girl. Now, this is a really important word, guys. So this word ambitious means that you will do anything to reach your dreams. So if you are an ambitious student, it means that you're always trying hard to do well in your tests and to learn more. Now, Ernesto de la Cruz is ambitious because he'll do anything to be famous. He's so ambitious that he loses sight of caring for others. Good girl, Teddy. Awesome work on your homework, guys. You did a fantastic job. Now let's move on to our lesson today. Today we're learning about the sequence of events. Now, sequence of events is something we've done before, and it's the second part of our homework. Sequence of events is kind of like the plot in a story. It tells what happened first, next, and last, or in the beginning, the middle, and the end. Now, most writers have a common theme that they follow when writing a story. In the beginning, usually we get introduced to the characters and we get introduced to the setting. We also usually see a small problem at the beginning that grows into a big problem in the middle. So in the middle, the characters face a huge problem that they're trying to fix. In the end, the characters usually fix the problem and usually they learn a lesson. So usually the characters are different compared to the beginning of the story. They change their mind about something. So everyone get your booklet out and have a look. We're going to go through the sequence of the events together. So firstly, the first number that we should have written down was number 1 on this picture. It shows Miguel shining the shoes of a mariachi man. A mariachi man just means someone who is from a mariachi band. A mariachi band is usually a group of men who play upbeat, fun Spanish music. Okay, what did you guys write down for this scene? What happens in the beginning? What happens in this scene? Who can tell me? I want to see lots and lots of hands raised. I've only got one hand raised so far. Good girl, Lei Kang. Go ahead, Lei Kang, you can tell me.
Miguel is passionate to play a guitar.
Good girl. So at the beginning, we meet Miguel's family. We learn that they hate music, but Miguel is passionate about playing the guitar. Have a look. Can you please read this page for me, Kiwi?
In the beginning, we meet Miguel and his family. Miguel is a young boy who is passionate about music. However, Miguel's family hates music. Miguel learned of talent contest and decides he will play guitar there in an
attempt to pursue
his dream of become a musician.
Good girl, lovely reading, Kiwi. So this is what happens in the beginning. We introduce the characters, Miguel and his family. We know they're in Mexico, that's the setting, and we see a little problem. The little problem is that Miguel's family hate music and Miguel loves music. We find out that this problem gets bigger and bigger as the story goes on. Now, this next slide is not in your book, so don't worry about numbering this. I just thought this was a really important scene for me to add in. Everyone have a look at this clip. What is happening here? Who can explain to me what's going on in this scene? Susie.
That's when Miguel said to his family that he wants to go to the show and and Abuelita
Yeah.
his guitar and smash it.
Good girl, Susie. Well done. So Miguel finds out that Ernesto, or he believes, sorry, that Ernesto de la Cruz is his great grandfather. And when he finds this out, or thinks that he figures this out, he tells his family and he shows them the guitar and he tells them he's going to play in the contest. Abuelita Elena is furious about this and she smashes Miguel's guitar. So this is a really big point in the movie that shows just how strict and protective Abuelita is over Miguel and her hatred of music. Okay, so this is number 2. This is what everyone should have numbered as number 2 in their book. This picture of Miguel looking at Ernesto's guitar. What happens in this scene? What happens in this scene? So make sure you're checking your numbers as you go along. Can you tell me what happens in this scene, please? Steve.
Miguel wants to borrow the guitar to play at the plaza.
Good. And what happens when he takes the guitar?
When he takes the guitar and
What happens to Miguel?
he has come to the land of the dead.
Good job. He turns into a spirit when he steals the guitar because he curses his family. Have a look. Next, Miguel breaks into Ernesto de la Cruz's tomb and steals his guitar to use to play at the plaza. This causes him to turn into a spirit. He finds his family who live in the afterlife and they bring him to the land of the dead. Okay, let's have a look at our next slide. So this is what we should have had down for number 3. Please make sure you are checking your Coco booklet as we go along. If you made a mistake, no problem, but please fix it. Okay, what happens in this scene? So he's in the land of the dead, and what are his family asking him to do? They want him to do something, but he doesn't feel comfortable doing it. Be kind.
I think the family is asking him to reading something.
Not quite to read something, not quite. What do you think, Teddy?
The family wants Miguel to go back and return Mama Amanda's photo.
Good girl. They want him to go back and return Imelda's photo and put it back on the ofrenda. But they also ask him to never play music again. And that's why Miguel feels like he cannot make this promise. Miguel can't make this promise, and that's why he goes in search of who he thinks is his great-great-grandfather, Ernesto de la Cruz. So he wants to go and find him to get his blessing to become a musician. Quang Hai, what's your question?
My question is, in the movie, I see Miguel did not stick to the guitar. When I see the movie, I look and I see Miguel ask for him can he borrow to the to the party sing and who will be when he asks. I see he asked, he did not steal.
So he does ask, but he doesn't ask and get permission. He just asks a picture. So Ernesto de la Cruz doesn't say, yes, you can take my guitar. So he's like praying to Ernesto and saying, please, I hope you understand this. Please don't be annoyed at me for doing this, but I just need to take this guitar. Okay, next, have a look. This is what we should have written for number 4. Please check your work. Make sure you wrote this down for number 4. So after Miguel runs away from his family in search of Ernesto de la Cruz, who does he bump into? Who does he find? And what do they decide to do? I need to see way more hands raised. So I've only got Teddy and Kiwi so far. I need lots more hands raised. Zaling, can you tell me? I think Zaling's having issues as I can't see her or hear her. Okay, can you please tell me, Susie? Go ahead.
First picture is when Miguel takes her to the tavern and asks him to help Miguel buy Ernesto.
Good job, well done, absolutely. So Miguel meets Hector and they agree to help each other. Hector will help Miguel find Ernesto de la Cruz, and in return, Miguel will put Hector's photo on his ofrenda. So they make a deal with each other to help each other. Good girl, Susie, well done. Okay, next we have slide number 5. So this is the 5th picture you should have numbered. Make sure you got that correct. Can you please tell me what's happening in this? Kui Kang. What happens in this scene?
Hector and Miguel went into a musician show and play music.
Good job, well done. So Hector and Miguel, they enter and play at a music contest because they want to try to win entrance to Ernesto de la Cruz's party. However, things turn bad when Hector realizes Miguel has more family members. So he tries to send Miguel back to his family. And this angers Miguel, so Miguel runs off alone. So Hector sees Miguel's family looking for them and he tries to give him back to his family. And this really annoys Miguel, so he runs off alone in search of Ernesto de la Cruz. Our next slide is number 6, which means it is right in the middle of our movie. So in the middle, what happens here? Can you tell me, Teddy?
In the middle, Miguel finds Ernesto de la Cruz and said that he is his great grandson, and they party together.
Good girl. Really great answer, Teddy. Well done. So in the middle, Miguel is able to meet Ernesto de la Cruz at his party. They bond and have a great time together. So they talk about how they're related and everything seems great and happy. However, the movie is about to have a plot twist. So on our 7th picture, everything changes. Everything goes a bit darker. Let's have a look. So for this picture, you should have labeled it number 7. What happens here? What happens when Hector comes to rescue or to find Miguel? Lekang, what do we learn here?
Cruz come to place Miguel.
Sorry, can you say one more time? Cruz
Come to place Miguel.
comes to play with Miguel?
Place.
Place?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean by Cruz comes to place Miguel. So in the middle of the story, so in number 6, Miguel meets Ernesto de la Cruz. They party together. They have a wonderful time. They're singing, they're dancing. And then Hector comes trying to find Miguel. And we learn something deep and dark about Ernesto de la Cruz. What do you think that might be? Click the raise your hand button if you think you know. What do we find out in this scene about Ernesto de la Cruz? Okay, Quang Hai?
When we learn that Hector knows that De La Cruz kill him and murder him and take his song. He angry and he want to hurt to Cruz, but the guards take him out and they take Miguel, and Miguel knows that that De La Cruz was a bad person.
Very good, well done. So we find out in this scene that Ernesto de la Cruz is a bad person. Have a look. Can you read this for me, please, Ming Huang?
After Hector come to find Miguel, Maya find out that Ernesto de la Cruz poisoned Hector when he tried to leave to go back to his family because Ernesto needs his songs to be famous. Hector sent them both to a ditch.
Good job. So here we learned that Ernesto de la Cruz murdered and poisoned Hector because he tried to leave to go back to his family, and Ernesto needed him or needed his songs. And then when they learn that information, they both start panicking and Hector tries attacking him and they both get sent to a ditch. Now have a look here. They are in the ditch in this scene. This is scene number 8, which you should have written down. But considering that these two characters are in a ditch and running out of time and they're about to die, they seem very happy. Can anyone tell me why they both are smiling and kicking the water and having a good time? What have they found out in the ditch that makes them happy? Good job, Quang Hai, Kui Kang, and Kiwi. Good job for raising your hands. Okay, Steve, can you tell me?
They found out he and Hector is family.
Our family, very good. Hector and Miguel are family members, and this makes them very happy. Have a look here. Then in the ditch, Hector and Miguel realize that they are related. They bond over this moment and celebrate their relationship. Dante, Pepita, and Imelda rescue them. Okay, great. So here we have number 9, scene number 9. Now, I know that my picture looks a bit different than yours. In your booklet, it's just Hector holding the blessing, but that's okay. So have a look here. Who can explain to me what happens? Oops, sorry, didn't mean to unmute you all. Who can explain to me what happens here? Click the raise your hand button. So Imelda, Pepita, and Dante have saved them from the ditch, and they end up going here. What do we learn here? Okay, Susie, go ahead.
Coco has an love of God. Hector, so the Hectors began to
Yeah, Hector is beginning to fade away. Good girl, well done, Susie, absolutely. So we learn a little bit more as well. So in this scene, Imelda learns that Hector was murdered by Ernesto, but she still doesn't forgive him because she's upset that he left in the first place. She believes that he should have chosen his family over music, even though he tried to come back to them. Imelda tells Miguel when he gets the photo of Hector, he must return home and never play music again. This time, Miguel agrees because he finally understands that family comes first. So he's putting his dream of becoming a musician away and he agrees, okay, I will go home, no more music. Then the family work together to expose Ernesto de la Cruz, and they reveal what a monster he is. The family turn the TV and the camera, they turn it round to Ernesto, and they hit show. They hit a button that shows everyone in the audience that Ernesto de la Cruz killed Hector, stole his songs, and they show Ernesto throwing Miguel off a building. So Ernesto tries to kill Miguel, but Dante and Pepita save him. Okay, have a look here. Now we go to number 10, scene number 10. So everyone should have written number 10 down for this picture in their book. What happens in this scene? What happens at the end? Things are starting to get better. We're starting to have the falling action. Things are falling into place. Can you tell me, Lekang?
Miguel is playing music for Mama Coco to remember her dad.
Good. He plays that song, Remember Me. So he plays the song, Remember Me, to Mama Coco because Hector wrote that for Coco. And he used to sing it to her when she was a little girl and he was going off and being a musician. And this helped Mama Coco to remember her family and her life. So even though Abuelita Elena and the whole family have said, do not play music, don't bring music up to Mama Coco, actually, we learned that music is helpful for Mama Coco and it's helping restore her memory. This is number 11. So we should have written number 11 for this picture. Have a look. What's happening in this picture? What's happening in this scene? What do we learn about in this scene? Can you tell me, please? Kui Kang.
The family and Miguel's find out. Put the picture of Hector into the
Ofrenda.
Ofrenda.
Good job. Well done, Kui Kang. Awesome answer. So Mama Coco has the missing piece of the photograph. Miguel's obviously very upset because he thought he lost Hector's photograph. However, thankfully, Mama Coco kept a piece of the photo with Hector's face on it. So that means Miguel is able to put Hector's photo up on the ofrenda. Mama Coco begins to tell the family some stories about when she was a little girl. So we're seeing Mama Coco come back. She's remembering her father and her life and everyone around her because of music. And this is the last one. So this is where we should have written number 12. So again, I know that your picture is slightly different from mine, but it's okay. So this is the final picture we should have written down. Teddy, what did you write up this picture? What's happening here?
Happening is everybody is celebrating the day of the dead with music because now they know that music is not a curse anymore.
Good girl, Teddy, absolutely. You have definitely earned some extra effort points for giving some really good answers today, Teddy. Well done. Okay, so finally, the movie ends by showing you 1 year later. So it's Dia de los Muertos, except 1 year later. Hector's photo is on the ofrenda, and all of the family members from the land of the dead are able to come and visit the land of the living, including Hector and Mama Coco. So Mama Coco, in the end, has passed away and she has moved on to the afterlife, but she is able to come back and celebrate, and everyone is enjoying the music together. And like Teddy said, this is just showing us the message that the music actually brought the family together. No one is hurt anymore and everyone is celebrating. Good job, guys. Really good work today. Awesome. A lot of you will be getting extra points for participating so well. Now, let me just show you what your homework is. For homework tonight, you're going to write a movie summary. Firstly, you must use your own words. Please bear in mind that I have Googled movie summary Coco, and I now know all of the movie summaries that are given on the internet. So if you use the internet and copy it, I will know, and you will have to rewrite it again and again and again. So just use your own words to tell what happens in the movie. Make sure that you write about only the most important points. I do not want you guys to write the whole story down for homework. It's a movie summary. So what that means is you're really quickly telling someone what happens in the movie. So just focus on the important points. Use signal words like first, next, then, last to summarize the sequence. Write about how the problem was solved in the end, and write a sentence to retell or restate the theme or the message of the movie. So your last sentence in your movie summary should say, the Rivera family learned a lot about blah, blah, blah. Okay, so your movie summary is not you guys writing and telling me every single thing that happened in the movie. A movie summary is only going to be about 10 sentences, and it's just going to tell what happens in the story in a very short way. So for homework, you're going to write a movie summary. So you're summarizing the movie in about just 10 sentences, okay? I'm only asking for about 10 sentences. Don't make it too long. Use your sequence of events page to help you. You can also look at this PowerPoint to help you. You will complete your homework on page 18. So there's a page in your booklet on page 18 that says movie summary, and you can write your answer there. Do I have any questions about what you have to do for homework? Teddy.
We have to write on page 18 where the dot is here.
Yes, good girl. That's the correct page. So that's a really big page, guys. You don't need to fill it, okay? I just want a short paragraph that explains the beginning, the middle, and the ending of Coco. So you're not telling me one day Miguel went to shine shoes. I don't need to know all that information. I just need to know what happened in the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. So just go through the most important points and tell me. Imagine you're telling your mom or your dad what Coco is about. Imagine you're just explaining to them what the movie is mainly about. That's what you should do. Susie, did you have a question? Your hand was up. No. Okay, so everyone's happy with the homework. You must upload it by 9 p.m. If you don't upload it by 9 p.m., we will deduct marks on Class Dojo to say that you haven't completed your homework. So please make sure you upload it by 9 p.m. All right, guys, you did such a good job today. I'm sure that Miss Land will be putting lots and lots of points in for everyone who is raising their hand a lot and answering questions. Have a great day today, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.